Hi, I'm Calamity Jane, and I was wanting to go over a read that I did and some cards that I pulled. Pardon my inability to pronounce certain words. So the overall energy of it this is from the Alana Fairchild's White Light Oracle, and Beth Cole is the card that I pulled just for like the overall energy of all of it. And then I also used the Dream Keepers Tarot, which is at the bottom of the deck, and I used these as overall energies. On this is the Ten of Cups, and then from Kim Cran's Animal Spirit, the Cosmic Egg, which is like my most often pulled spirit card. It's interesting. So Beth Cole. So yeah, this read may also apply for other like telepathic or like astral twin flame type connections. Beth Cole, eschew complicated explanations as you seek the simplicity of the deepest truth of your heart. Gently but firmly cast aside that which does not resonate as being true for your heart. Focus upon and speak from a higher spiritual perspective. All prayers are answered at the perfect time and in the perfect way. You have a powerful voice which can foster healing and wisdom on our planet. Beth Cole is a mysterious, and I'm going to read just the whole thing on this card and then just, notes on the rest of them. But Beth Cole is a mysterious creature. She is an angel known as the Divine Oracle, the daughter of the Divine Voice, the pure and true sound of spirit. So this reading is for very few that actually hold that divine white light energy of the highest source. And you'll find, and with my story, if you want to know more about me, we're quite picked on. Everything is been tried these days to completely eliminate us, take us off of the face of the earth, and you're ganged up on. Anyways, I'm going to start over reading. Beth Cole is a mysterious creature. She is an angel known as the Divine Oracle, the daughter of the Divine Voice, the pure and true sound of spirit. When she whispers to your heart, you feel it as inner knowing a truth. To honor that inner knowing likely requires the confrontation of fear or moving in unexpected directions. Even so, the deep resonance of her truth is more powerful than the resistance we may initially feel as we let go of our limited perspectives and allow ourselves to be guided by spirit. The spiritual voice of Beth Cole is always true, always healing, and always in harmony with the higher loving plan of the universal heart, which is working towards the spiritual fulfillment of all hearts. Hers is the healing sound, the voice of divine prophecy, which not only tells what should be, what shall be, but through speaking of the highest potential, creates a blessing which manifests the ultimate goal, goodness within us. So you may be a prophetess or prophet or prophetess of divine, divine white light energy and love. When Beth Cole appears in a reading, an inner spiritual call may require a leap of faith. A more authentic awakened you is coming to life. Paving the way for the higher self to manifest typically means that fear and control-based approaches need to be surrendered. Beth Cole's presence indicates something more appropriate and vital needs to supersede the limiting structures currently in place. As a consequence, she is portent of spiritual transformation and material manifestation. Honoring her guidance requires courage but brings rich reward on many levels. The Oracle of Beth Cole indicates a voice that is true and needs to be acknowledged, as well as protected. And so, I give messages from the Divine Feminine to the Divine Masculine, who is basically, in danger. And the Divine Masculine's job is to protect her and protect and pave a way for, a future that has been prophesied to be one of love and peace and utopia and positivity. And this is why this isn't so important, and I felt like I needed to broadcast or put this message out. So the Oracle of Beth Cole indicates a voice that is true and needs to be acknowledged. This may be a voice in your own heart, which needs to be heard without judgment or censorship. It may be an intuitive inner knowing that to be recognized. It may be a loving and helpful voice of a reliable guide or friend whom you know can be trusted. It may be a teaching from a dream or an insight from a meditation, or even an inkling that certain happenings or sightings are signs from the universe to help you on your life path. Bath Kola is the clear voice of communication between humanity and higher beings. When called upon, she will assist a human to accurately interpret a sign or omen. Her voice brings clarity. Therefore, this oracle indicates a time of confusion is swiftly coming to an end. Hopefully. The oracle also encourages you to practice your power of discernment. Filter ego from heart. If a point of view lowers your vibration, makes you feel negatively about yourself or another, increases your confusion, or makes matters seem more complicated, it is likely to be an ego-driven viewpoint. To consider what you might be able to learn from that viewpoint, you need to settle yourself on more authentic spiritual ground. And I don't know, the Disney show Aladdin comes to my mind, and basically the story of that. Some of us divine feminines have a lot more masculine points in our charts than we have feminine, and we seek counterparts that are male that have a lot of feminine energy. Therefore, just kind of balancing it all. But the male character ends up with a princess, is a street boy with nothing, but he really is a prince, you know, and yeah. I don't know. I'm discouraged because I've been holding on for so freaking long, pulling these messages for a long time, and been so thwarted. And I'm not gonna cry, but will someone fight for her? You get your 10 of cups and your cosmic egg out of it. All right. So let's move to the actual reading, which 10 of Cups was the bottom of the deck there. And so, yeah, there's supposed to be a celebration, desires fulfilled, reward. We're waiting for the manifestation. We've held on to our faith, even though the divine masculines have gotten sidetracked and allowed other things like money and puppet strings to thwart divine destiny. And so that time needs to stop, and it needs to end now. Okay? So what I ended up pulling up was the Hermit. Let's see if maybe I should go like this. The Hermit, the Four of Wands, and the Chariot. Kind of as like, I don't know, this is it kind of sort of like made past, present, and future. Or maybe like, you don't know, different roads or options. Something like that. These cards are hard to see. They're very beautiful. But the fact that they're in natural tones, you know, I don't know if they'll show up so much. I could see if I could try to adjust the angle of this to get a better picture of them. There's the art is sort of surreal on them. Let's see. I can make stuff to hold it. So, pardon any shakiness. I'll just go to each row. So, the first card pulled was the Hermit in reverse. Which, yeah, that can have like a really negative, sulky, self-deprecating sort of a connotation to it. But also it can mean cutting others out and ending relationships. And there might be some trauma associated with that. And maybe possibly a little PTSD going on. A little bit of depression and anxiety. But that's just like natural stuff that needs to be moved beyond. So yeah, actually I feel like this did end up kind of sort of being like the past a little bit. Four of Wands reversed, delayed, disillusioned, failing marriages, property sale issues, divorce disputes, shady business dealings, bad investment issues, just stupid stuff like that, like, you know, leaving your divine feminine hanging out there. And then the Chariot, of course, is travel and fast changes, victorious endings, So like each row I kind of did, you know, I hoped, you know, would end with like on more of a positive note, and possibly like what would be an oracle or pointing to the future of things. I've been pulling this cherry a long time. I've been waiting for a long time, personally. I don't know how anyone else feels out there. I want to think that this reading's for me, but it could be for somebody else, because I have yet to see the manifestation of anything that I fought for come into being, and I just feel very passed over concerning my skills and talents and stuff. And there may be like wannabes that have money and connections, you know, possibly past experience, but still they ain't the star. Anyways, whatever. And so then, like, sort of the middle of the row or the present or whatnot, I pulled the 3 of Swords in reverse, meaning a heartbreak is over, breakup, healing, and a healing state, and a state where you can move on, financial losses ending, also possibly physical issues such as like dental or minor surgeries or things scheduled like that need to be gotten through. And then the 8 of Cups was leaving a situation, relationship, job, or business. An indication that something is on its way and could happen within a month. King of Pentacles, prosperity, a deal, financial security. Is it going to happen? We shall see. I hope it happens for you. I'd like to believe it'll happen for me. I'm a wounded warrior and I'm weary now. Sorry about my horrible, like, negatory tone. I'm amongst all this stuff that's been mold damage and still carries a very horrible energy, and I would be doing this in the living room on the couch if it were not for the dogs that would just wreak havoc and mess it all up. So then the bottom row, and continuing on, the future perhaps, is the moon reversed, meaning that the divine masculine, or the male and feminine energy, however you want to look at it, is enlightened. These towers have come, these secrets have been exposed already. But also, like, you know, watch your back for, you know, the female, that the divine feminine that the karmic has tried to replace unsuccessfully, and is very jealous of, and is pulling out all the stops as they all go down like dominoes. The Hierophant reversed, I got, which is an unorthodox approach. So meaning possibly like, you know, it goes against what the family wanted. It goes against what, you know, the business deal was supposed to be. And it goes against earthly contracts, and therefore stepping into divine contracts. So more like tradition broken. But it also could have something to do with like cults and, you know, dark religions, misused religions, fanatical approaches, religious scandals, things like that getting in the way of what is meant to be. And then ended with the 4 of Pentacles, meaning a connection that is financially secure, a divine feminine that has a good head for money, you know, past has been too rooted, stuck, closed-minded relationships, and like I said, money arrangements. But the positive aspect of this being that your money will be balanced when you choose what is meant for you in the divine sense, what has been waiting for you, what has fought hard for you in the background, your astral relationship, your twin flame connection, or whatnot. So then I actually did end up pulling some, you know, of the Kim Kran's Spirit guidebook. I kind of like know the overall like essence of the cosmic egg. And you know, like in my mind it means, I might look at the booklet to see more, but you know, it just basically means like divine connections actually coming into being and coming into place and finally coming into manifestation as well. I know the cosmic egg is the very last card in the deck, and it represents the 7th chakra. And yeah, I was always really excited when I often pull the cosmic egg, out of all the eggs the most and quite often. But yes, it's like the World's card. It means completion, harmony, the infinite within the finite. Therefore, being the last card, the cosmic egg, like the World's card. The unfolding of cosmic consciousness, basically, which is a day that we're in and a day that we're meant to step in. When the essence of the cosmic egg has not been activated, we may feel as if we will never get there, or that we travel alone, disconnected from others. Even if our encounter with this card is brief, appearing as a momentary glimmer or flash of interconnectedness, its potent energy stays with us. The cosmic egg is a remedy for the fragmentation of modern life, which was kind of interesting as sort of the overall feeling of the read and the overall intent behind the divine masculine and divine feminine connection, the twin flame connection, and those that have, been thwarted. Personally, I know that I have ancestors in my past where the same thing happened. A lot of my ancestry, like, it had to be researched because those connections, they tried to stop them and they had to basically flee and start over together. They were able to do it together, not alone, together, So anyways, I'm a little annoyed. But all I've been put through by these karmics and having to wait, and the males that are behind this abuse towards the divine feminine because of the karmics. There's a picture that got ruined. I should do a slideshow. That was me after training with Peacock in Tulsa, cosmetic line. It's great, isn't it? It's ruined by water, like most of the pictures in here, but whatever. You can watch more videos of the crazy incidences I've gone through in the last 2 jobs where I've barely escaped with my life. Maybe it can be an inspiration to somebody else going through the same sort of stuff. So anyways, I just want to go through these, what I ended up pulling on the Animal Spirit deck as sort of like a side reader clarification. So the first one was the Deer Reversed, meaning somebody that is concerned, protective, and cautious. Like possibly all that we've gone through now has put us in a state where we can't trust anybody. But then on the other side of that was the Hawk, being intuitive and having the third eye, seeing present and long-term, news coming, redirection of a course, and a driving message. And so, of course, the divine feminine is loaded with spiritual intuition. That's true and right on. I'm being spiritually attacked. My fingers are like numbing like crazy right now as these gang stalkers around me. They're part of a whole what do you call that? A whole group of people working together on illegal and affairs activity sort of a thing. Whole gang stalking thing. It's pretty thick here. I got to get out of this place. Divine masculine, do you hear that? So anyways, yes. So even though the divine feminine has had her trust betrayed and she is, she's been hurt, the divine masculine should come forward because she's got the intuition to know the truth and what is right for her, even though there may be multiple opportunities. She's going to choose what's right and best for the future. Peacock. So divine feminine is confident, kind. She has inner beauty. She's compassionate. She's an assimilator of anything, meaning she's multi-talented. She's got 10 grips. She does not harbor negative past experiences. She's got an advanced level of acceptance and of self and others. So divine masculine, if you have any question as to who your divine feminine is or you should choose, I would recommend that you draw on those qualities and find those qualities in a woman, because that is a woman of high value. So I want to read it again. The peacock that's in the upright is confident, kind. She has inner beauty, compassion. She's an assimilator of anything, meaning she's multi-talented. She does not harbor negative past experiences. She has an advanced level of acceptance of self and others. She's very confident. And then, so on the other side of that, I got the Be Reversed. And possibly like where the divine masculine is now because of the workings of karmic and karmic false relationships that have gotten in the way of his connection with the divine feminine. The divine masculine feels used. He's annoyed. It's been uncreative what's gone down. There's been a copycat, but the copycat is now being left. And so then on the bottom row, we've got the Lamb in reverse as well as the Tarantula in reverse to end this reading. So the Lamb in reverse was a feminine that is not being heard. She's had her messages blocked by karmics. There's been trickery from others, even close sources, family and friends. There's even been false readings go out that the karmic has paid false readers to put false messages out there and thereby try to retain her place as not rightfully hers and keep the divine feminine away from the prize that she is meant for and that she's fought hard for, and the true love that you will get with the divine feminine when you finally step out. And then the Tarantula in reverse is interesting because the Tarantula is a card of patience and waiting and hanging there, but it's in the reverse now. Now, for myself personally, if this read is for me somewhat, the last place I was at, there was a lot of black magic witchcraft and a lot of junk that went down in the room next to me. And they even tried to take my life on multiple occasions. It failed. But the dude had tarantulas. So perhaps that means he got caught, or those he was working with got caught. So yeah, tarantula and reverse. But for the meaning of it out of the deck and what Kim Krantz wrote, basically the tarantula reverse was, and I think I had some of my own thoughts in here too, but I did use some of her actual quotes. And I'll let you know when I quote her. It's refusing to make a decision. It's like staying in karma. It's not prioritizing life's deeper purpose. It's being distracted. And what she writes in her book is, in quotes, in order to find true happiness, you must choose dharma. A habit, okay, so unquote. A habit, routine, false contract is sidetracking you. An inner voice is begging you to refocus for the sake of you even having a future at all. Like, stuff is so serious, divine masculine, that if you don't do the right thing, leave what you know isn't right and go towards what is right, you may end up quite literally losing your life. And I feel like that is actually happening in reality. And it's at a very critical point that if you don't flee, you might die. Okay? Can I make that any more point blank? If you don't flee, you might die. Okay? Does that put a fire under your ass? I hope so. God Almighty. Unless you fix things with your twin flame, satisfaction will always be fleeting. Any connection will always be fleeting, and it will never satisfy you. Fix things. It's time to fix things. You will never be truly fulfilled if you don't. And like I said, your life may be stopped short. So the final meaning of the tarantula in the reverse is the opposite of patience. Basically, we're out of patience. Your old friend that, and this is, I feel like a quote possibly, your old friend that knows your inner soul is being insulted and disgraced. Okay, that was half of a quote. I used the old friend that knows your inner soul part as a quote. But then from my personal experience as a divine feminine that said to run for her life, been playing the Hunger Games because you're karmics, holding on still. But a dawn holding on. The divine feminines are over this. We're over it. Divine masculine, we're over waiting. Your time is up. Your time is up. It is time to move now. Your time is up. So your inner soul is being insulted and disgraced, meaning that you are also, as a twin flame, you are disgracing and insulting yourself. I was putting that message out on Instagram for how long now? But did you listen? No. And was I right? Yeah. All right, well, in reverse, I don't know what, I'm at the point, I don't know if you'll choose wisely. With the tarantula in the upright, you have an inner knowing that the person you're connected to, that your twin flame is going to make the right choice. But with everything that's gone on, at this point, I don't know that you're going to choose wisely. Listening to your vlogs, you sound like an ass, no offense. And I know it's not you, and I know it's not what you're meant to be or capable of or the potential of you. But at this point, hearing how in your ego you are, I don't know if you're going to choose wisely. So anyways, this girl's, of course, welcome to suitable soulmate replacements and the lack of the twin flame doing the right thing if he just wants to go ahead and die and lose his life completely now at this point and all of his treasure.